So, we've got this prep seat tank off, as you can see. For those of you, I don't know if you can remember, if you didn't watch it, it's chucking a lot of oil out the front on the, seems to be coming off the cylinder head dry. Locks off.
I'll leave the camera running.
So that's the way we're doing the spanners. It's quite loose.
You've got stain anywhere with the You've got stain anywhere with the get the other there.
Yeah, I would say the amount of oil that's coming out, it will be a case of if not, one of the dowels is not in, or two of the dowels maybe, or the O-rings that go with. Right, we're going to put all the stuff and put that in. There you go. That's all it is, a rock bottom, isn't it?
Yeah. That, I'll put it down to a mouth on.
Yeah. What you can't pick up on the camera is this actually reeks of petrol. So I would say the fuel tank is deposited contents in the oil at some point. And there's been swished all around the engine. So the problem is, when you got a problem, you start looking, you find everything else as well. So it does look quite dry up here. We'll get this off. If I remember rightly, on these, you just take 2 bolts out of the airbox and pull the airbox back. I don't remember it being an issue. Might be it's hanging down the inside. Push pull rods. Let's have a look forward here, shall we?
That sounds nice, isn't it?
Yeah. So we'll just take the air filter cover off. One, to make sure it's got a filter in it. Which it has. So far so good.
It's been years since I've worked on one of these.
Yeah, because you also got to remember what the deal is for the airbox rubbers.
And they don't go in by much, so we might.
That must cut the air supply down.
Yeah.
Mustn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
I'll just show that. Well, we just noticed, if you look in here, this is where the battery sits in. But the cylinder is right down here. That must be so, compared to this one that you just stuck loads of air in, it must be so restrictive on the right hand cylinder. You wouldn't think.
You get all that baffling with the airbox, with the air filter.
Yeah, you just wouldn't think it'd be done like that, but there's no way around it. It's just that little space there and down there. Very strange. Okay.
Take a complete engine out, we'll put another one in.
Yeah. problem is, you can only do it so many times before there's none left.
Like saying today, the quick look at all when the lunch change, I was 100 for the down things around.
Yeah.
Pick one off and into nothing.
Until it's recently apart. Copper slip on everything.
Yeah, those are long, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pretty good, isn't it?
We acquired this for my boy because he's coming up to a point to his 19th birthday. So if he takes his mod one, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, whatever they call.
I like exactly what they take and what they don't take.
Then this will be ideal for him. Because we just got to the point, there's no point spending money at the age of 18 or 17 to take your test when all he can still ride is a 125. So the idea was to wait till he's 19, take his A test, at least he can get out on bigger bikes away from 125s. Especially the modern 125s I don't actually have that much go in them. But then I grew up with Hardy 125s. 125 LC is a game changer. What's it stuck on?
Just for the record, I grew up with a Norton Atlas 650.
What's it stuck on? Just to give ourselves a bit more room, rather than fighting, we're just going to take the carb rubbers off. Should make these come out an awful lot easier. Put them back on again afterwards. That's what's causing the issue. Yeah, because that plate's on the back of the engine. Well, it's not now, but you try and squeeze it, I think it is.
I must admit, at least the wiring room looks fairly intact. You get down to here.
Yeah, there's a bit here. Oh, that's one. Yeah, there's a little bit down there.
Yeah, it's not drastic.
It looks good up to the headlight. There's a bit of salt and tape kicking around. Nobody ever seems to manage to wire around a headstock as tightly as what Honda or Suzuki or. Yeah. You usually tell once it's been out. Yeah, someone's been playing in there because they changed the connector lock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big old connector block. And that should all be on the back of the headlight. So yeah, someone's had to play with the wiring, but
it's not too bad too.
Yeah, I mean this is 45-year-old, thereabouts. 79, 80, something like that. So it's probably made in 78. Can't remember when they stopped making them.
Well, they stopped making them.
Nah. I think it went to about. I think. Which actually think about it was when they changed the law, 83. As I was one of the first lot caught with it. I had to have a 125 from the get-go. Or in my case, 100. Didn't even have a 125. there's always a lottery when you're going into an engine that somebody else has put together. It's been restored.
It has been put together, hasn't it, recently?
Yeah.
No, they're passing that on already.
Once it got going, yeah. So what we will do before they go back on, so we'll have the carbs down and give them a clean. Right, that's them out. They can just hang down there for the time being. Right. About.
See that tiny groove there?
Yeah.
Upside it down there and down there.
And into
So
the.
you get a bit more pressure into the cam.
Yeah.
The inline fours are under the same. Single cam, 750s.
Right, I'm slacking a bit on this, probably not a lot of money.
I enjoyed this idea.
No,
Just in case. The box now.
no, look at the contrast. Does that come out next time? So it's good that we think we found our issues. Yeah, this one was. It's because they're on the dowels.
Another crack at it.
This one, somewhere like there. Start getting it going. That's it. That should be able to just wiggle it from there. Well, we'll wiggle it around the building. It's coming.
Yeah, that all the way blocked off nearly that. Right.
Yeah.
Blocked off the ceiling.
This is why you don't put sealant in places where you, oh Jesus. Grab a camera, mate. I'm glad we had this apart now. Do you know what I mean?
Let's get a good close up of that. There we go.
Alright, don't know if you can see that, but that hole is lost about half of its diameter.
Some of it pulled out when I took that off, so it was blocked.
Right, so that was pretty much blocked. So there you have it. This is why you don't use sealer in places like
It's
that.
blocked down there.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, that's just. This is why it has dowels and stuff. Is you don't need sealer.
Yeah, it's well blocked.
It's a nice machine flat face. It's kind of, because there should be restrictors in the bottom that stop there being a massive amount of oil coming through, which I'm now kind of thinking they're really not going to be there either. Right, how much slack we got on the cam now? Not a lot, have we?
You have to undo the bolts, don't you? Just take it out that way. You have to undo the 2 bolts.
Give me the cam blade bolts.
Yeah, that's them. You have to forgive me, people, but I'm getting old.
Alright, so we got the cam out. The battery died on the camera for a little while, so it cut off. The cam has got some right sharp edges on it. So she's definitely got some wear. It's just started to scuff up on his journal as well. Definite signs of oil starvation or lubrication starvation. Like there, it's all striped. So I think we've just caught this in time. So it's still just serviceable. But we will continue. We've got to take the exhaust off now. And once that's off, I mean, we can take the head off. Because it's leaked out of the head gasket, then I'm not going to chance it and not change the head gasket. So we'll get the head off, we'll show you, once we've got the exhaust off, we'll show you what it all looks like underneath there. And that I think will do us for today. Got the head off. This is the gasket. I don't know how well you can see it in there, but this area is soaking wet, and that is where pretty much it was leaking from. That is where that sleeved bolt was, in this hole, and I think it should have been in that one, and that would kind of be borne out by what we're seeing on the gasket there. The head itself, nothing spectacular. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. Got a little scratch here and there like there, but nothing really that should cause us any issues. It wants a clean up. It's been running very, very, very rich by the looks of that. But other than that, it's all pretty much standard fare. So the dowels were in these all the way round, but like I said, that inner bolt, which would have been this one, I think that one had the what looks like an oil restrictor sleeve on. I think it should have been that one. So we've got a little bit of digging to do. I think at some point I will just lift the barrels and make sure the oil restrictors are in the bottom as it should be, but for the moment we might as well just leave it on the pistons.
I would like to drain the oil today before I leave.
Definitely smells fuely. But yeah, that's another thing as well. So we've had a lucky escape, we think. It's been running very, very rich, whether it's been blowing past the rims or whether it's actually just totally emptied in there at some point. We don't yet know.
You think I'll leave the fuel tap on it, yeah, the carb's in the box, it'll fill the engine up.
Yeah. But whoever fitted this up probably could have done a slightly better job. That's my take on it.
It just made a few simple mistakes, not noticing where stuff come from.
Yeah, and I think it will probably grind these in.
Yeah, they look alright. I'd put
Yeah, I know they look alright, but we'll have the valve. It's in bits, isn't it? Has it been done? Yeah. They look quite pocketed actually, don't they?
Yeah, they look alright. Easy way to tell is put some antifreeze in the head and see if they leak.
Or some dye pen.
If they don't leak, then leave them alone. If they leak, we'll do them.
So we're going to leave this one as it is now. Other than drain the oil out, you don't really need to see us do that. I'll get some gaskets ordered up. I'll look at some parts, diagrams.
Yeah.
I
think we're both right. I think we're right. There should be two sleeves at the front.
Because they've got copper washers on, they might even all four supposed to be them. So it's been quite successful afternoon. We've found some stuff wrong with this. Nothing too dramatic. I mean, by the looks of it,
Poor assembly.
Yeah, just poor assembly really. Not taking notice of where bolts come from looks to be a favourite. I mean, obviously we've got to confirm that yet. But yeah, we're going to go away, do some research, order some parts up. We want to change the sprocket set, and we've got most of what we need, but change the sprockets aren't on the list, but we'll get them. So now we've got the front sprocket cover off. It looks a bit yeah. So yeah, we're going to leave this here, and when we get the bits ordered up and get them in, which will probably be, what's today, Wednesday, so probably about a week's time, we will hopefully be back and start reassembling. Go through the bits we've got here, clean them up, then start reassembling. That'd be a really good place to be.
We can have an hour on the carbs on camera, can't we? Separate video.
Yeah, or we can just get the engine back together and then get the bike off the ramp and put. Anyway, digressing. Yeah, so we're going to leave this here for now. Find out what we need to find out, order the bits, and we'll be back to finish this one next week. We will be back again before that with something else. But we'll get this all boxed away. Possibly we've got a Gixxer Faust out there that needs a bottom yoke changing.
We have a Harley that we really need to get back on the bench and sort. No.
Yeah.
That's money.
Yeah. And we've got to try and forgot to weld the side stand on.
I can do
we've
that.
got loads of it. So on that note, we'll say cheerio and we'll catch you later in the week. Goodbye.